spiritual naivete did these natives have so they could not see what was coming? These people possessed a spirit of kindness and innocence never before experienced by Europeans. Even Columbus remarked about the unbelievable hospitality and graciousness of these Indians. And although these people were non-violent, they had fearsome warriors amongst their ranks extensively trained in the ways of wars. But they had themselves never seen a gun and thought of guns as sticks that shot fire. To the natives, guns were magic. But it would not be long after trade was initiated with Europeans that Indians themselves would become experts at flintlock muskets. As I mentioned earlier, a common tactic of the conquistador was to ambush a village, usually at night during a ceremony. But even before getting to that point, they usually took a slave interpreter who could speak the native language. This itself puts a young person in the unenviable position of being a traitor to their own people. When Hernan Cortez took Malinche, she was just a girl, but essentially, she was a major proponent in helping the Spaniards overthrow Montezuma and the Aztec Empire. A girl was able to provide the intelligence necessary for an entire kingdom to fall. Malinche had a child with Cortez, and she is often referred to as the mother of the Mexican race. The seed of an indigenous woman and a Spaniard is the ethno makeup of a modern day Mexican. although all modern depictions of Malinche do not depict an indigenous woman. In fact, she is depicted with Euro-Asian features as highlighted in several works of art. But we know for a fact that she was an indigenous woman. A woman indigenous to a land that never before had seen Europeans. Spaniards basically raped as soon as they landed and raped as many women as possible, often having competitions to see who could rape the most women in one village. Her and Cortez had a son named Martin. He is considered one of the first mestizos, a people of mixed indigenous and European ancestry. Over the years, she would learn Spanish and use her native tongue to translate important meetings and became an invaluable asset in the development of Spaniard objectives. The pure scope of her importance to Cortez cannot be overstated. Without Malinche, Cortez could not have accomplished his purposes. Her diplomatic skills had become well accomplished and garnered a position of respect amongst some of the most powerful men in the land, including but not limited to great chiefs like Montezuma and soldiers in the Spanish army.
Agrega Bernard que algunas calles estaban tapiadas. En las azoteas habían acumulado piedras y se había mujeres y niños.
Parece que las gentes de Cholula nos preparan una emboscada. La anciana le ha dicho que moriríamos todos.
Rodriguez de Acana makes the definite assertion that after God, Malinche is the main reason behind Cortez's success. It is recounted that one of her greatest skills was to convince Indian tribes to stand down against the Spaniards because they were no match for men on horseback with metal swords and guns. Respected as a noble woman, her manner of speech was considered intelligent, truthful, and well-informed. Yet she yielded her heart, lifelong hard work, and intelligence to a man who sought to exterminate her homeland. A slave girl who had been given away as property. Maybe there wasn't much for her to love about home. Maybe she took joy in laying with Cortez the killer. An indigenous woman remembered as a Spanish hero and quite possibly the greatest conquistador in Mexican history. In the 1530s, Jacques Cartier and the French had begun exploring the St. Lawrence River, the Great Lakes region, and into the interior of mainland America. Down the Mississippi, the French would go on to settle in what's known today as Quebec, Montreal, Detroit, Green Bay, St. Louis, Biloxi, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans.
But this is a very special day simply because I get to really be intimate with a lot of individuals that I haven't necessarily met face to face all of yet. But the fact that the support has been there, even without necessarily knowing each other, shows how special and what it means to be a native of this country and be a Native American. And for me, I had no idea. I had no idea about the history. I had no idea how inclusive this group is and what it means to be part of Standing Rock and be part of the United Sioux Nation. So I want to thank all you guys for hosting myself, my sister, my best friend Brett Carroll, my grandparents, and the fact that I get to meet my family finally. I mean, you guys have no idea. This is finally meeting my mom's family, and now I'm with you guys forever, and I hope that you don't mind that, because I don't mind it either. So